welcome back to the channel. Today I have a special guest with me, Jerry. You can find him on Facebook. As you see in front of you here, this is a sample of some of the things that he does. And if you want a custom tray for your pistols, for like what we're doing here together in a collaboration for a particular product development, he made a nice little insert for the box for us. And he can pretty much come up with whatever you can dream up, and he can fit inside of his space for 3D printing. And I'm going to let Jerry go from there because he knows a lot more about it than I do. And then we'll ask some questions along the way, and then at the end I'll do my little bit. So, Jerry?
Yeah, hey guys.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, Craig. This is a brand new thing for me, first time doing a video, yeah, so I got into this 3D printing about early January of this year. I was working from home, came up with an idea for a tray. I felt like I needed something to hold my guns. And then I saw someone on Facebook selling a stand. Mm-hmm. There's another person in a different 2011 group selling a stand, and I ordered a stand from him. And it was kind of pricey, but I'm like, okay, this is something cool. I've never seen it before. It's
Sure.
custom made. So I placed the order, and about 2 weeks went by. I didn't hear anything. 3 weeks went by. I sent him a couple messages. Well, it's in the process. And the whole ordeal took, I want to say, maybe 6 weeks to get my stand finally, after sending multiple texts and, you know, almost like wanting to just cancel the order.
Sure.
You know, I'm like, it was just got frustrating. So I'm like, you know, I can do this better, you know. So I kind of collaborated with a neighbor of mine. We designed this tray together. Took like 13 hours on his printer to print.
Oh, wow.
You know, once I printed it, I showed it off to a couple of my friends that I shoot with on a regular basis, and they loved it. They're like, oh, this is so cool. I've never seen anything like that, right? So, like, okay, so maybe I can do this on my own, right? So I went out, I researched the best printers that I can get, and, you know, long story short, now I make probably 1 or 2 trays every day, or maybe a little more. And what I love about doing this 3D printing is you can customize it.
Sure.
You know, different colors, different logos. If you can dream it, you can make it, right? I have a limitation of how big I can make the width and height and depth, but within those limitations, as you can see, there's just a world of possibilities.
So we've talked about that before when we talked about the limitations, and I know they make bigger machines.
They do.
And then there's also where I see people make 3D printing things, and they basically do it in stages where they actually end up connecting them together. So obviously, is that an option? That
is an option. I mean, you can probably, you know, like I say, if you can design it, you can dream it, you can make it on a 3D printer. My plate is about 8 and a half by 9 inches. There's a little space that has to be left for like a little color block if you do multicolor prints. But I can do 4, 8 colors in one tray. The printer comes with 4 rolls of filament, and you can almost like connect about 4 of those together. So almost up to 16, 17 colors if you really wanted to.
Wow.
I only play around with like 4 color options. I think that just, the more you get into more colors, it just starts to become a very complex, and it's almost too much, you know. So yeah, but you can daisy chain these things. You know, if you can design a tray that would interlock with multiple trays together, you can make something really long. I've seen people make full-size statues on some printers of my size.
Oh wow!
That, you know, like droids and whatnot, you know, Star Wars things. But they do it in stages, right?
Sure.
You have to really be careful how you put it together, and you use glue to kind of keep it, you know, keep it together.
So not the most rigid if you glue it together,
but yeah. I mean,
more of a display piece than
and there are industrial 3D printers out there. You can make, full-size things too, right?
Well,
But this is
if you have
something.
deep pockets for it.
Right, exactly, right. I wanted to do this more of as a hobby. Like I don't make a living off of this. I just do this because I was really frustrated